Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be going through a day in the GuitarGuts shop, working on a bunch of different guitars, spraying some clear, making some custom headstock logos. We got a ton to do, a bunch of guitars that we're going to be working on, and I'm going to take you guys along with me for the ride this entire day. Let's get started. We got a heck of a to-do list today. Hey guys, before we get into this video, I want to let you know that next Monday, July 3rd, we're going to have an all-new episode of Trash to Thrash here on the channel that's going to have the first ever dime bag guitar build on this channel. It's a super sick guitar. It's red, white, and blue, so it's going to be 4th of July themed. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you turn on notifications on this channel so you know when that video goes live. I also want to let you know that I have 2 guitars available for sale right now at GuitarGuts.com. One of them is a super sick shop custom build. It's a Stealth Crackle Rhodes. It's a Jackson RR5T, which is like $1,000 neck through super killer Jackson Rhodes. I converted it to a single humbucker. We made custom diamond plate, bridge tailpiece, pickguard, and truss rod cover that I'll match in black gloss. It is super awesome with a Stealth Crackle black on black finish, high gloss, and lizard skin texture on it. So it's super awesome. It's the first I've ever done like this, and it can be yours. It's got an EMG 81 pickup in it, an EMG PA2 booster, and a kill switch, a Tessie kill switch. So thing's ready to shred. It's ready to ship. It's completed and ready to go, and it's available for you right now over at GuitarGuts.com if you want to buy it and own an original GuitarGuts piece. I also have a much more affordable guitar, which is something I got in on a trade-in, available on the website. So if you're looking for a nice mid-level guitar, that's a 24 fret dual humbucker neck through guitar. Very nice. It's got a binding on it. It's got cool inlays, and it's ready to shred as well. It's a Dean Vendetta VN-F4, which is the Vendetta 4, their highest Vendetta model. I think it's a 2007 model, made in Korea. It's got Grover tuners on it. Super nice guitar, and it's got a floating bridge, so it's already a nice solid bridge, but you could even upgrade it to an original Floyd Rose. So both of those guitars are available right now over at GuitarGuts. Go get one of them if you're looking for a guitar. Now, let's get into today's video. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you around with me while I work on a bunch of different guitars, doing a lot of different little tasks, and spraying some clear coats. So I'm going to be bringing you around with me. It's going to be kind of like a day in the life of... I started the day today at 6. It's about 8 a.m. right now. And I reviewed a video that's going up this morning. I already had it scheduled. I already had it publicized and everything. And I had to review it one last time, just double check, make sure that everything looks good. So I had my coffee, reviewed one of my videos, went and dropped some packages off. And if you guys need custom headstock logos, just finished making a couple of those. If you see, these ones are tough to see. They're white. They're Charvel ones. We got custom Fender gold Stratocaster and neon green. I make custom headstock logos for people. If you've seen my videos, you've seen that I always like to make cool, custom colored matched logos that are personalized for the guitar sometimes. That'll match like the key accent colors and all that stuff. So if you guys need any of those, send me an email, mark@guitarguts.com, and I'll help you out with your project. Just finished making those. That's something I do quite a bit here. And now I'm prepping some guitars for clear coat. So I'll be spraying, it looks like 5 guitars clear today, and paint on 2 guitars. As I work on each of the guitars, I'll kind of show you and describe what's going on with the guitar project. But it's going to be a long day. As you can see, we got a lot of tasks to get through, a lot of different guitars. Towards the end of the day, might have to drop some things off the list and move them till tomorrow or the next day, because this is a pretty packed day. I'm also going to be meeting up with somebody who wants to donate a couple guitars to the shop, so when I get back from there, I'll show you guys the guitars that they gave me. So I'll show you right now a couple of the guitars that I've just started sanding. This here's the first one I started with this morning, and it's a Crackle. When I do my Crackle guitars, let me adjust the lighting here so you can see it better. There we go. Much better. It's a crimson red with black Crackle, and you could already see this is the backside. I've already started sanding the backside. And the front is just about done. So this took me about 40 minutes to do the front. I actually have about an hour in on it, and the back's maybe a third done. The front's just about done, but I wanted to leave this edge here so you could see the color and the texture. See that deep black, and you see like that real deep texture to it, almost like alligator skin or something. That is the texture that the Crackle paint leaves. This is the second time I've level sanded it. So this already has 2 full cans of clear sprayed on the guitar. It's been level sanded. And now I'm level sanding it one last time. And if you notice, it's real smooth. It's getting to where these cracks are not showing up like they are where the gloss paint is, or where, you know, where you can see the gloss reflection. If you go to sand this a little more and polish it up, this will become a nice, beautiful gloss too, but it's not quite perfectly level. You could see that there's a couple little glossy spots here. I'm getting it about 90% level, and then the last session of clear that I sprayed today is going to build up enough clear to completely get this thing like a piece of glass. It's going to be so nice. And then I'll let that cure for 2 weeks, level sand it, and then polish sand it using a bunch of different grits of sandpaper. 600 to level sand it, then 800, 1200, and sometimes you can stop at 1200 because I use a buffing machine, and when you use a buffing machine, it rotates at the perfect speed to remove scratches from sandpaper with rubbing compounds and polishing compounds. If you were to be buffing it by hand, you'd probably have to go quite a bit deeper, maybe up to 2000, because this has a lot of black in it, and black shows scratches the most of any paint jobs. So even with black ones, sometimes I'll still sand it 600, 800, 1200, then 1500, then 2000, and after 2000 you can get a real nice, really nice reflective mirror-like finish. So I've already got an hour into this one, got a little more to go on it, but I started thinking, man, if this has taken me an hour and a half total, or almost 2 hours, I'm not going to get through all this stuff today. So I grabbed the next guitar just to get an estimate of how long it's going to take, and this one's a more simple paint job. It's a metallic glitterized paint job. It's kind of purpley black, really awesome. I knocked this out in about 10 minutes so far, so I can tell it's going to be about 3 more minutes on the front, maybe 12, 15 minutes on the back, and maybe 5 to 10 minutes on the side. So I can do this whole thing in about 30 minutes total, maybe a little less. We have, let's see, up here, there's a couple guitars. I'll be spraying clear on this one today, and then this swirl that's right back here. I'm going to be doing some sanding on that one. That one might have enough clear on it already. I'm going to take a look at it and see, because this one I know is going to need a lot of clear. This one possibly could already have enough clear, but I'm just going to give it one more can of clear. It's got 2 cans of clear on it, and I want this thing to be super beautiful and shiny. We'll be also spraying the headstock for that guitar, so I'll be prepping that one shortly too. It's a Charvel Spectrum. Really cool. So we did like a chrome logo on this guitar. Never done a chrome logo. Turned out really cool so far. So I'm going to continue sanding on these guitars. I'll check back in with you in a little bit and show you guys my progress and let you know about how long it's all taken me. Alright, and we just got the first little batch of guitars is finished being sanded. I think it's about 10 o'clock now, so we got the Spectrum ready, the headstock is done, sanded, and the Xiphos. So we got a couple more to check out next. Be back in a second. Alright, we got our to-do list up here, and at this point we've done a couple things now, so we can start checking some things off. I did make a couple adjustments. I'm going to be meeting up for the guitar donations at 2:30, so I'll leave here around 2:20 or so. It's about 5 to 10 minutes away. And then I'll come back and show you guys what we got. But we reviewed the Explorer video. We dropped off the packages. We made new headstock logos. Now we prepped a couple guitars for clear, so the Xiphos is ready. The Spectrum is ready, plus headstock. Spray guitars with clear. Make sure we remember the headstock there too. So we're going to continue prepping some guitars. We got the Pink Rhodes, the RG Swirl, and the PV HP2. The PV should be really quick, so we'll do that one right after we do the RG, because that RG right there is going to be an interesting one. That might not even need any more clear. If it does, that'll be a pretty quick one too. So probably 20 minutes to 30 minutes to sand it. The PV, probably 20 minutes or so, and then we're probably looking at 45 minutes or so for the Pink Rhodes. We're sitting at almost 11 o'clock now. Or it's at just past 11 a.m. So I'm going to go open up the spray booth right now. We're just changing the plan on the fly to try to maximize time here. So we'll be back. My GoPro mount broke. This is one of those things that in the middle of the day when you're going to do something kind of slows everything down and delays things. I think I have enough time to spray clear on 2 guitars before I pick up the donation stuff from that guy. And it's going to take that'll take about 2 hours. What is it? 11:30, so I'll have plenty of extra time in between there. But we need to fix this GoPro mount so we can record what's going on in the spray booth. These pieces break from time to time. Hopefully I have enough spare parts here to put something together that'll work. Well, I had a couple extra links in here so I could move it around and articulate it a little easier, but looks like we lost one articulating link there, so we could put it together without that, and we still got a full setup, so that's cool. I don't have to add anything to it. The way I record videos is I'm recording basically every day because I'm always working on guitars all day long. So I have backup batteries with chargers for all my cameras, including the one I'm using right here. So when the battery starts to get low, I can just swap the batteries. I don't have to wait for it to recharge. And same with memory cards. I've got memory cards in all the cameras, plus a couple extras. So if they fill up in the middle of recording, I can just go drop them in the house, start unloading them, and just grab another memory card. I've always got to have a couple extras of everything around, multiple cameras, so like in today's video, I'll leave this one out in the spray booth while I'm working in here with this nicer DSLR camera. And then if I even needed a third camera, I got my phone. So 3 different cameras, lots of batteries, lots of SD cards. When you record and work on a lot of guitars, those are things that you got to keep in mind. And also hard drive space. I just bought a new 18 terabyte or 20 terabyte external hard drive because I'm filling up 5 terabyte hard drives pretty quickly. So we just added a huge one to the mix, and so far I'm loving it. It's nice to have a huge new hard drive. Okay, so now we got the first coat on the first 2 guitars out there, which is the Xiphos and the Charvel Spectrum. So those 2, we'll have those done in less than an hour. And I came in and I started light sanding this RG Ibanez that I did this swirl paint job on. I did a light sanding over the whole thing real quick with 600 grit sandpaper. I only spent about a minute on it. And I can see there were some spots, where certain paint jobs like crackle, splatter, swirls, the paint chunks up in spots, it builds up in spots. It's not like a typical flat aerosol or spray gun paint job. They go on with texture. So you could see after sanding, got to go out there and do the next coat. You could see there's like these little dots here and there on the guitar. You could see there's this weird texture here. So I am going to go ahead and spray another session of clear over this whole thing. I'm going to do my best to get it as level as possible, maybe perfectly level if I can. Now I got to go out and spray another coat on those 2 guitars that are out in the spray booth. And then I'll come in here, finish level sanding this, and move on to probably the pink Rhodes, because I really want to get that one done. Alright, just loaded the next guitar. I figured I'll do the Ibanez Swirl. That took longer to sand than I expected, so that is in the spray booth. The Charvel is out, and look at how good that looks. Nice uniform clear coat. Looks really nice on there. So that should be the end of having to spray any more clear. This one in 2 weeks would be ready to sand and assemble and buff out and all that stuff. But I do have a backlog of guitars that are waiting ahead of this one for sanding and buffing out, so it's going to be probably a couple weeks before I can get to that one. And the Xiphos right here, same thing, it came out really nice. See if we can get a better shot of in between these 2. That one also now has 3 full cans of clear on it, 3 sessions of clear, and it should be also ready in about, just the lighting here looks better. It'll be ready in about 2 weeks to be level sanded and polished, and yeah, same thing with this one. It's going to be in the queue for sanding and buffing and getting ready to ship. So there's no assembly on this one. I'm just going to be shipping it out as a body alone. But yeah, those two just need to hang out now for 2 weeks. We got the swirl guitar in the booth right now. I'm spraying that one. I was hoping I can get 2 guitars in the spray booth, because at 2:30 I'm meeting up with that dude to give me the guitar donation. So I had enough time that I can spray one guitar. If I had them both ready by about 1:45, I could have done them both. But now we'll be doing the Pink Rhodes and the HP2 together later on after I get back from picking up that stuff. So we're moving along. It's going good here. We could actually cross a couple things off the list now. So the swirl is done, and then for actual spraying, 11 a.m. I actually did start right around them. I kind of laughed at that time just now, but the Spectrum and the Headstock are both sprayed, and the Xiphos. Oh, my timer is going off right now. Time to head up to the spray booth for the second coat on the RG Swirl. Alright guys, I just got back from meeting up with Alex. The swirl guitar is fully sprayed, so Alex brought me a few things. He brought me a bunch of necks, a body, and some guitars, so huge shout out and thanks to Alex for doing that, meeting up with me, and donating some cool stuff to the shop. Check it out. First off is this Explorer style neck. It's been refinished. I can see it's got some orange peel texture and some splatter up on the headstock, but he was going to originally build himself some type of Explorer, like a Hetfield Explorer. He eventually bought some Epiphone Explorers, so he has those now, has no need for this neck. And he just recently moved, so he decided there's probably a bunch of stuff that he doesn't need, and he wanted to donate here to us here at the shop. So this neck here, it's a 22 fret neck with a binding. That could definitely be used for a project at some point. I told Alex that he's in a band. If he ever needs some promotion for the band, if they got a gig or if they got like an album release or something like that, let me know and I'll help spread the word. And that goes for the rest of you guys if you want to donate some stuff to the shop. Guitar necks, guitar pickups and bridges, parts, tuners, bodies, all that kind of stuff, complete guitars, anything. Let me know. Send me an email, mark@guitarguts.com, and if you have like a band or a business or something that you want me to help you promote, it's the least I could do. I'd be happy to help you promote it if you're going to be donating some stuff to the shop. Another thing he gave me was this Ibanez Geo neck. Appears to be in pretty dang good condition. The nut is missing and the frets, a little bit of fret wear, but not too bad. So GAX 70, decent neck right here. So gotta look through my bodies. There might actually be something I could complete by using some of these necks with some of the bodies I have here at the shop. And then here is a Telecaster neck. It's a aftermarket Telecaster neck. Looks brand new. Doesn't look like it's ever been played on. So, oh, that definitely hasn't been played on because it hasn't been drilled yet to mount. But yeah, looks awesome. So we got 3 necks there. That's a 22 fretter. And then this body right here, really cool. It's like an Epiphone Les Paul custom. Not made by Epiphone or Gibson because it's a bolt-on. But very cool, arch top model with the binding. Pretty nice guitar, actually. So I don't think I have any necks that I can just line right up with this. I'm looking up where I keep all my guitar necks up here. I don't think I have anything I can match up with this, but this thing's actually pretty nice as it is, so that can make for a really interesting project someday, especially if I find a good matching neck for it. And then this is maybe the coolest thing that he brought me. This is an Ibanez RG5 EX1. Ironically, if you've been watching the videos, I've been talking about the Ibanez Star guitar that a customer sent me that we're replacing the neck on. He sent me the neck, the exact same neck. That's an RG5 EX1 neck. So yeah, this is a solid little looking guitar. The frets, great condition on it. It's got these like gray shark tooth inlays, 24 frets, a binding on the neck, reverse headstock. It's got that super strap body style, HSH pickup combination, and routed for a Floyd Rose or a floating type bridge. He also brought me a huge bag of parts with a lot of the parts that go in here. They're mostly corroded. I probably won't be reusing them, but if this is a guitar that you'd be interested in having me rebuild for you, reach out to me, mark@guitarguts.com, and let's talk about it. This is really cool, Alex. I really appreciate it. This guitar right here, it's got a lot of potential in my eyes, so very cool. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. So now when I look at our list of what we're doing for the rest of the day, I think we're going to be running out of time because it is about 3:15 right now, and I'm prepping the pink roads. You can see I've got the neck and the headstock all fully sanded. I don't think I've done really much on the body, no. So I still got probably 30 or 40 minutes of sanding on this. And then we still have the EVH up here that I'm going to be lightly sanding all the white and spraying the clear on those two together. So I'll probably be finished with the sanding around 4:30. To spray these guitars is going to take about an hour, so that'll put us to about 5:30. And while I'm spraying them, I can work on something else, do a little bit of prep. Possibly start prepping these guitars that I wanted to paint. We have a Lynch guitar and we have a pink Ibanez that I've been doing some work on. So while I'm spraying the clear on these, I'll be running back in, working on those two and getting them prepped. And then maybe after 5:30, I could bring them into the spray booth. Let's see, one's going to go pink and one's going to go black. So I've got actually down here, gloss black and pink. So I can't spray them at the same time, but I could do them back to back. Each one will probably take about 15 to 20 minutes. So yeah, if I start by 5:50, by 6:30, the end of the day, I could finish spraying those. So unfortunately, the Stealth Wolf here will have to be kicked to the next day I'm spraying, which is going to be in 3 days on Saturday. Today's Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday are going to be fully booked already. I'm going to be busy all day with those, but Saturday I'll be back out here in the shop, and I think this will probably be what I start with that day, Saturday. I also had another Stealth guitar that I'm working on. It's a Stealth dime bag guitar of some sort. So I'll probably work on both of those the same day because they're both getting matte black paint jobs and then matte black clear on them. And Saturday sounds like a good day to do both of those. So let's continue on. Alright guys, so it's a little after 5. It took a little longer than I was hoping to prep these two guitars, and also I had another project that I almost forgot about for today. So we got the logo on there. We got this one sanded and prepped. I'm still going to wipe them down with a tack cloth in case there's any more dust on them, but I've already wiped them down with a damp cloth, dried them off, and then blew them off with air. But sometimes there's a little bit of lint left over from the cloth, so I'm going to wipe them down real quick with the tack cloth. We got that one here, we got this Jackson, the pink Jackson Rhodes here. So we're going to do that one, spray them back to back, and then we also have the Katana headstock logo, which I made the Squire and the Katana, and that's actually a silver Katana blade at the bottom there underneath the Made in Japan. That's all from my vinyl decal cutting machine, but it doesn't really do a good job cutting real small text. So the Made in Japan, I actually used a water slide for that, and it turned out really good. So I'm going to clear coat over all this real quick, encapsulate it in there. So we're just about to start. It's about 5:30, so this, or 5:15, so around 6:15 I'll finish up. Maybe around 6 o'clock we'll finish with these clear coats. So we're not going to have time to get the other ones in here and painted today. So it looks like Saturday will be a painting day. I'll be working on a few guitars that didn't make it to today's cut. So we're going to have to move the Stealth Wolf, like I said, with the Stealth Dime Bag on Saturday. We'll do both of these on Saturday. I'll prepare what I can on these, though, while I'm painting the clear on these two guitars. We're going to get those two in there right now. We'll try to get those prepped. These ones are finally prepped, so we can cross a couple things off from the top of this list. The Pink Rhodes is prepped, the PV HP2, and I guess all the guitars are prepped. So now we're going to start doing the spraying. And like I said, I don't think we're going to be doing any of this today, so scribble that out. Take that off the list. Almost done. I'm getting tired. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to hit the like button, be subscribed to the channel by clicking that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below to help us get boosted in the algorithm. Be sure to come back July 3rd, that's a Monday, for the next episode of Trash to Thrash, which is going to feature a Dimebag Daryl signature guitar that we're doing in red, white, and blue. It's Crackle, it's Splatter, and it's coming to you Monday, July 3rd at GuitarGuts YouTube channel. See you then. Rock on, my friends.